guys, so for about a year now I've been working on a book which is all about fitness and training. I would say it's a manual of sorts. So the training manual has an exercise library. It has extensive knowledge of programming, and programming is basically how you make your own workout like plan, and then how you can change that like on the fly, how you want to change it depending on what your goals are. So it has all that knowledge, and it has 18 sample plans included and more. So if you're interested, leave a comment below. Will you give your child an addiction? Addiction to tablets, to social media, to porn, video games. There's so many now. Will you give an addiction to your child? I hope not. Right? I mean, I hope that we don't want it. We don't want to do that to our own children. But it's what you'll probably do. Because there's many parents that I've seen, and I don't think any of one of them would want to give an addiction to their child. But I don't think they've consciously thought that about their tablets. I don't think they know about how addictive tablets are. I don't believe it's completely their fault. It is their responsibility, though. When I was growing up, in middle school there were kids who had phones. Even then, with phones in middle school, it wasn't nearly as addictive as now. And then a couple of years later, phones or smartphones came out, and I think that's when a lot of addiction started. Social media, video games, those were two big ones. Oh, porn as well, but porn wasn't really on phones, mostly on computers. Those were addictions, and thankfully I didn't get my phone until like the middle of high school. But in middle school, our schools gave us iPads, and we had to return them. But we had iPads, and as you probably know, you can download video games on your iPad. So, what any teenage boy would do is download Geometry Dash, and I remember playing that a lot. I mean, certainly there were some restrictions. You know, there were definitely restrictions on what you could download and play on your iPad. But, you know, middle school boys are very, very creative. I'll just say that. And we will get what we want by any means necessary. I think this illustrates how addictive things are. Like when I was in middle school, I was dying to play video games on my iPad. At least for my children, I will not do that. I will not do that to them because maybe I'm being too overbearing. But I'm not going to give my children an iPad, a phone, until at least high school. Of course, maybe I can't avoid that. Honestly, I've seen a lot of parents who have done this, but then their children go into like college where they're free, and then they just go all out on video games. So I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's a little early for me, I think. But I just see how addictive this stuff is. How addictive it was to me. And I'm thankful that I met some people that influenced me in the right way. Influenced me like a brother would. Maybe that's the solution, you know? Have my children have a sibling. So I have multiple children, you know? Could do that. But I think it's also how you raise them. Anyway, it's kind of a tangent. As you are right now, I'd like you to think about this. Would you give your child an addiction to tablets, to video games, to porn, social media? Because in the future, it's only going to get worse. The addictions are only going to be stronger. Because these things make money. And money runs the world. And it's much easier to influence yourself and your family than the world. So will you give your child an addiction? I don't think you would. I don't think you would willingly do so. So you can do something about it. You can remember this. Remember these words. Remember this video. Don't give your child an addiction.